This one's just too good. $12,000 less to drive this Audi than the Honda Civic she had. Can you believe it? We just saved this client over $12,000 over the next 3 years. She was in a Honda Civic when she came to us, and quite honestly, at first, didn't sound so bad. She told me she had 3 payments left. She's in California, by the way, with a payment about $533. Not too bad, but it's a Honda Civic. Not great, so be it. Come to find out, she put $8,000 down on that lease. Now, this was track back 3 years ago, middle of the pandemic, chip shortage, inventory shortage, price gouging, market adjustments, all that BS that was going on. Don't act like some of y'all didn't fall in that same trap. But if you add that $8,000 down back to the payment, because that's like $222 a month over the course of a 3-year lease, that's really a payment that's $755 a month on a Honda Civic. Ouch. Not to worry. She learned her lesson. She knew she needed help this time. That's why she came to us. And we helped her. Look at this Audi A3 Quattro. We got her into this lease at $425 a month. That's zero down, with tax included, and the MSRP is around $40,000. So just about a 1% lease deal, 1.07 if you know the 1% rule. Right on the money almost. Fantastic deal. That's the second in a row this week from Audi at 1.07. Guys, if you're shopping for an Audi, you need to be shooting for about 1% or just barely over, or let me do it for you, because obviously we're on a roll here with Audi. But let's talk a little bit more about her situation. So, that $755 a month for that Civic, she still had 3 payments left and wanted to get out of it. And luckily for us, we were able to do an equity evaluation, which we'll do with all of you if you have a trade-in as well. And come to find out, the car was about break even. Maybe slightly positive, maybe slightly negative, but you know how dealers are. They're always going to lowball you. So we were just hopeful to get her out of that vehicle. If we got anything out of it, great. If not, we just weren't going to pay anything, right? We could always keep the car. We're not going to trade it in at a negative unless, the dealership's going to pay it off for us. So that's what we went about doing. Also, of course, with Honda Finance, you can't trade into Audi, can you? But wait, we know how to get around that. You just find dealers that work together, dealer groups who have multiple brands. They know what to do behind the scenes to make that happen. Not a big deal. We can deal with it. So anyways, the way the shopping started on this, like it does with all, is we got multiple quotes. This is in the Los Angeles area. Dealers were starting on this car with us in the mid-5s, 550 even. Not too great on a $40,000 car. Not terrible in the markets that we've seen, but we knew we could do better just with our history with Audi here recently. We got dealers down to about $495. Then we got a dealer show us $477, and we thought we had the deal done at $450. But what you do as we're shopping is we just keep showing the other dealers the better quote. Oh, you quoted us $500. Well, we got one at $477. What can you do? And they just beat each other. It's that simple. You play them against each other. You shop the quotes around. You show them to each competing dealer, and eventually we were about to take the deal on a $450, and we showed that $450 quote to the winning dealership there in California, and they came back with $425. $425, zero down, taxes included, 10,000 miles per year on a 36-month lease. And not only that, they were able to take the Honda Civic and pay it off at no cost to us. So they covered the last 3 payments, paid it off to zero, added nothing to the car, the new car's payment, so no negative equity, which was a deal breaker for us. We weren't going to do a trade if it was going to be negative. There was actually dealerships earlier in the process who were trying to give us a negative equity trade. We're like, we're not going to do a deal. Either pay it off or there's no deal. So this dealer was able to do that. They were connected with a Honda store, so they know how to go behind the scenes, and it's called grounding. They ground it through the Honda system. Honda Finance never knows that she traded her Honda into an Audi dealership, so no problem there. And here we are. Another happy client, a fantastic lease deal. The difference between $425 and the $700 plus payments, $755 she was paying on that Civic equivalent is $330 a month. 330 times 36 months is like $11,880. So just about $12,000 saved between her last lease and this lease. Of course, the market's different. I hope she wouldn't have taken a deal that bad, but she probably wouldn't have gotten a deal this good either. All right, guys, I'd love to do the same thing for you, whether you have a trade, whether you're in a bad lease deal, whatever you need my help. Me and my team are here to help with that. We're the experts. We shop all the time. We know the market. We don't take any money from any dealerships. We work for you only, and the numbers have to win the day. We'll play them against each other. You sit back, watch the quotes come in. No stress, no effort. Pick up your deal, just like all she had to do was pick up the car when the deal was done. All right, guys, I'm Adam the Lease Guy. Please like, subscribe, come back for more.